We are into lesson 7 of our course, and today we shall look at how the yin and yang create the Ba Gua or 8 trigrams. That's right, in I Ching, the most important will be the Ba Gua, called the 8 trigrams, and the 64 hexagrams, which are just combinations of Ba Gua. That means you combine 2 trigrams, you create a 6-9 hexagram. We all know the yin and yang. Yin is stationary, yang is moving. So when 7,000 years ago, when Fu Xi, he was observing nature, he needs to tell his followers, what should we do today? Is today a good weather or is today a bad weather? Understand that there were no written language, there were no drawings, no writing materials at all. What they were using is just stones, branches, stems on the ground, soil, water, and all those things. They are all using natural things. Remember, no man-made things because there were no buildings at all. It's all natural. So he observed nature and realized that the nature is very interesting. There's always this sky, right? I'm sure you know what is sky, right? But some people will wonder, how do we draw the sky? So if you ask a child, how do you draw the sky? The child will tell you, oh, the sky is something like that, right? And then if you move further up or down, you realize there's another sky. There's actually more and more skies. There are actually so many skies, right? So how you draw the skies? At the end of the day, you will realize that the sky could also be something very curvy, right? And there are many, many lines. So Fu Xi realized that he got no writing materials. He had to devise a simple way to draw the sky. So he decided that there's this thing called tree. Tree means limitless, right? Anything that is 3, that means there are more than 3. So I don't need to draw so many. That's a very simple system and method, right? That's very efficient. Like in our modern day, when we talk, we say etc. In our PowerPoint slide, we put 3 dots, right? That also means 3 means there are infinity. That is infinity. So he draw 3 lines. After he realized that to draw the sky, he draw 3 lines, but to make things simple, he has to straighten the line. So he straightened to 3 straight lines. So he called this the sky. So this sky is simply called the Qian. Some of you will ask, why don't he just call the sky Tian in Chinese, right? Why he call it Tian? Understand that Fu Xi has to have a language that's not easily understood by the people not inside his tribe. So he has to use another term. Imagine we all look at the sky, we call Tian, and then when he's teaching his followers, he needs to use a term that is not so well known, so he called it Qian. So Qian is simply referring to the sky, and it is made up of 3 solid unbroken lines. And we realize that the unbroken line is called yang, the 2 broken lines is called yin, as from our earlier slides, right? So when you have 3 strong yang lines, it's called qian. So I want everybody to remember this. The sky is something that's very strong, unbroken, right? The sky is never broken, correct? If anybody have seen a broken sky, please let me know. And the sky is limitless, so draw 3 lines to indicate it is limitless. So that is the qian. Very simple, right? So next is, how is the next gua called the kun being created? Again, Fu Xi has to draw, and last time he looked at the ground, he realized that the ground is always broken, right? A lot of broken ground. It's true, when you look at the ground, it's never one straight. There are some holes there, there's a drain, and there's all kinds of things, right? So he will draw many, many broken lines. As just now, the Qian, he decided that we should just simplify them to 3. So he would just draw 3 broken lines. The 3 broken lines are of the same length. But if you see, Andy, the way you draw is not straight length, the same length. Of course, I'm drawing very fast, right? But you need to understand the principle and not just get too fixated on the line cities. So you just make up of 3 broken lines. And that is actually called the ground. Or he called it the T, or the ground. But we know this Fuxi has another name for the ground or the tea, and we call it Kun. Kun is the name for the ground. So it just make up of 3 broken lines. In other words, 3 yin lines. Ladies and gentlemen, now you have the first 2 gua. First is made up of 3 solid unbroken lines. That's called the Qian. And the next number 2 is made up of 3 broken lines called the Kun. I want everybody to remember this because we are going to develop more and more of the other gua. But if you cannot understand these 2, then it is good to review this video clip again many times. Once again, this is the Qian Gua. It's made up of 3 yang solid lines. It's called the Qian Gua. And the Kun is made up of 3 broken or yin lines. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Is there some complication? So one is called Qian and one is called Kun. Right? Anybody don't understand this? Please review and ask me questions in the Facebook Messenger. And we shall continue to the 3rd and all the way to the 8th